Would Kinney be the ideal guy for Kentucky because of his connection to Jasper Johnson? Would he really be ideal? Maybe. Let's analyze. The connection between players is one of the most underrated aspects of college recruiting, and when this connection translates into possible synergy on the court, it can become a significant differentiator. In the case of Kinney, the point guard who is being watched by Kentucky, his proximity to Jasper Johnson, a freshman on the blue and white team and his former teammate in the overtime elite OTE, emerges as a factor that could positively influence his decision. Kinney, a native of Newport, Kentucky, not only represents a strategic choice due to his geographic origin, but also due to his profile as a player. Ranked as the 17th overall prospect in the 2026 cycle, he has impressive stats, averaging 20.1 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, and 2.3 steals per game last season. Additionally, his shooting efficiency, 55.6% FG and 33.3% 3 points, shows that he is a versatile player capable of impacting the game on multiple levels. For a program like Kentucky, which always looks for leaders on the perimeter, Kinney seems like a natural fit. But it is his relationship with Jasper Johnson that really draws attention. During their time at OTE, the two formed a solid partnership on the court, something that could easily translate to college basketball. Jasper, who is already integrated into Mark Pope's system, has been a vocal advocate for Kentucky to Kinney, even using good humor to convince his friend, "Come to Kentucky. Come to Kentucky," Jasper said. According to Kinney's account 2on3, this friendly insistence, coupled with Kinney's admiration for Pope's work, creates an environment conducive to the point guard considering Lexington as his next destination. Since taking over the program, Mark Pope has demonstrated a remarkable ability to build genuine relationships with players. His outgoing and approachable approach has been praised by several prospects, including Kinney, who noted the coach's balance of humor and seriousness. In addition, Pope has shown a keen eye for identifying local talent and bringing it back to the state. Kinney, as a Kentucky native, represents exactly that profile. The coach offered the point guard a scholarship last summer and has since closely monitored his development, reinforcing the program's interest in having him. Of course, recruiting Kinney will not be an easy battle. Purdue, Louisville, and Xavier are all in the running, and each of those programs has its own arguments in favor. However, the combination of factors that Kentucky offers, their proximity to home, the presence of Jasper Johnson, the clear vision of Mark Pope, and the program's tradition of excellence, puts the Wildcats in a unique position. Even though Kinney has visited other places, he is a strong contender for the Wildcats. If Kinney decides to follow in Jasper Johnson's footsteps and don the blue and white uniform, he will bring with him not only his exceptional skills, but also a pre-existing chemistry that could accelerate the team's development. With Mark Pope at the helm and Jasper Johnson as a strategic ally, the chances of success are high. Now it remains to be seen whether this special connection will be enough to bring Kinney back to his roots and help Kentucky continue its history of college basketball glory. Let's get to it. Chad Baker-Mazara's decision to transfer to the USC Trojans, announced on Twitter, marks a significant moment in college basketball, especially when it comes to its impact within the SEC. While Kentucky has not publicly expressed interest in his recruitment since entering the transfer portal, largely because Aberdeen's arrival had already filled a specific need on the roster, Baker-Mazara's departure from the conference is a positive development for the programs competing against Auburn. Baker-Mazara was a key part of Auburn's success last season, helping the Tigers win the SEC title. His ability as a versatile shooting guard who can score in multiple ways and contribute defensively made him a key player in keeping the team competitive in 2025. With his departure to the Pac-12, Auburn loses a crucial element in its construction for next season, which leaves room for a reconfiguration of forces within the conference. For Kentucky, This means facing a potentially less threatening opponent in the fight for SEC dominance. Even though it did not attempt to bring Baker Mazara to Lexington, the mere fact that he left the conference indirectly benefits the Wildcats. The SEC is fiercely competitive, and any shift in the balance of power could be seen as an opportunity for Mark Pope to further cement Kentucky as a regional and national power. It is important to recognize the role that individual choices like this play in college basketball. Baker Mazara chose to pursue a path that best serves his personal and professional aspirations, and his move to USC represents a bet on a new chapter away from the intense pressures of the SEC. On the other hand, Kentucky continues to move forward with its recruiting strategy, focused on building a cohesive and talented group that can compete at a high level in both the conference and the NCAA tournament. The arrival of players like Aberdeen demonstrates that the program is confident in its choices and aligned with its long-term plan. While other SEC teams are dealing with unexpected roster changes, Kentucky appears to be in a strong position to capitalize on these changes. What do you think? I want to hear your thoughts.